All right, in today's video, we're going to continue looking at the angles between two vectors. And we're going to introduce this idea of orthogonal, parallel, or neither. So just identifying those. So let's review first with graphing the vectors and finding the degree measure of the angle between the vectors. So remember, if you will, the formula for that angle, cosine theta, is going to be the dot product of u times v over the magnitude of u times the magnitude of v. That's what we used in our previous lesson to find that angle. So we're going to use that here. And now I'm just going to graph these two vectors and see what it looks like going forward. So u is at 6, -2. So here's u. V is at -3, 7. So there's v. Okay, so what I'm looking for is this angle between the two vectors, this angle of theta right here. So I can see visually this is going to be an obtuse angle, so that kind of helps me check my work as I go. So the first thing I want to do is find that dot product of u times v. So remember, if you need to do this, you can rewrite it in component form. So my dot product is 6 times -3, or -18, plus -2 times 14, or 7 is -14. So that gives me a -32. So my cosine of theta is going to be -32 over something. So let's look at what is the magnitude of u going to be. So 6 squared plus -2 squared, 36 plus 4 is the square root of 40. And the magnitude of v is going to be -3 squared plus 7 squared. So that's 9 plus 49, that's the square root of 58. Okay, so what I'm putting in my calculator is this. So I'm going to have the cosine of theta is, what do we see, -32 over the product of the square root of 40 times the square root of 58. And so what I'm going to have to do in my calculator is the inverse cosine of that, right? Theta is going to equal the inverse cosine of this whole fraction thing right here, okay? So let me show you how to put that in your calculator so we can find our theta angle. So second cosine, alpha y equals fraction, so -32 over the square root of, what did we say, 40 times the square root of 58. All right, so it's going to take care of all that for me and find my angle. 2 point, that doesn't seem right, does it? Because it's in radian mode, so I need to change my thing to degree mode. Change it to degree, come back out, I'm going to rerun it. Now it makes sense. Now it's an angle of 131.634. So keep in mind, the reason I knew that angle of 2 didn't make sense is because I know it's an obtuse angle when I drew it. So 131.634 was my answer. Okay? So that's just a refresher. Now look at this next question. It says, find the dot product of u and v, where theta is the angle between u and v. So it's asking us to take this equation and rearrange it. So I'm looking for the dot product. So if you think about this algebraically, what do I have to do to solve for this part? Well, I would need to multiply these two pieces together, and that would give me the dot product, right? So let's try that out. So here, I'm going to put in what I know. I know the cosine of theta is 3 pi over 4 equals u times v over the product of 9 times 36, right? So if I'm solving for this, what do I need to do? I just need to multiply these two together. Well, let's continue on. Looking at our unit circle, the cosine at 3 pi over 4 is negative square root of 2 over 2 times 9 times 36. Well, 9 times 36 is 324. That equals the dot product of u times v. So I need to clean this up, and I can. Divide that by 2, and I get 162. So then I know that the dot product of u times v is negative 162 square roots of 2. And I can leave my answer like that, or you can go ahead and multiply it out, whatever floats your boat. All right? Now, let's look at this next section. Now, when you look at two vectors, there's 5 possible ways they can connect. Okay, this may be obvious to you, but just want to make sure you realize this. If they sit end to end and go in opposite directions, that means the angle between them is the angle pi, right? 180 degrees. And the cosine of that angle of pi is -1. If it's an obtuse angle, we know it's going to be greater than 90. So it's going to be greater than between pi over 2 and pi. That's an obtuse angle. Oh, I forgot to mention, if it sits like this end to end, we call that parallel. This is obtuse, right? Now look at this one. It's obviously a right angle. If they sit at a right angle to each other, theta is pi over 2, and notice this cosine is 0 at pi over 2, right? We see that on our unit circle. That's why we know that. Now, instead of saying right angle, we call this orthogonal. All right, orthogonal. And then look at this, the fourth option here. This is an acute angle. If it's acute, we know it's between 0 and 90. That's what 0 and pi over 2 show us. And that the cosine has to be between 0 and +1. Okay? And then if they're in the same direction like this, we know the angle between them is 0. There is no angle really between them. And the cosine at 0 is 1 from our unit circle. So we would also call this parallel. So the parallel relationship can happen at 180 degrees, where theta is pi or theta is 0. Okay? Now, let's put this into play. So here's our definition of orthogonal, just so you have it. When the vectors are orthogonal, when the dot product of u times v is 0. Why is that? Because that means the cosine is 0. Okay? Using our formula. Remember, our formula says this. So if we do our dot product and we realize that this is 0, well, 0 over anything is still 0. That would mean that the cosine of theta is 0, which then indicates that this is orthogonal. So sometimes you don't have to do all the work. You just got to do the dot product to realize what the relationship is between the two vectors. Now let's try these last 3. Determine whether u and v are orthogonal, parallel, or neither. Okay, so let's start with the dot product. That seems to be the indicator, right? So I have 2, -2, -1, -1. Okay, so I have -2 plus 2 times -2 times -1 is 2, so that gives me 0. Okay, so I know this. The cosine of theta is 0 over something. We don't know. It doesn't matter, honestly, because 0 over anything is still 0. And we just set up here, if the cosine of theta is 0, that means that this is orthogonal. And I'm done. All right, let's do this one. The dot product of u times v would be, what, -180 plus 20 times 9 is a +180. All right, so my dot product is again 0. So I know the cosine of theta is 0, which means that they are orthogonal. One more. If I do my dot product here, that's going to be 15 times 5 is 75, but this is -75. 9 times 3 is 27, so it's -27. So my dot product is not 0. It is -102. Okay, so we need to carry on. We're going to keep going with our formula here. We need to find the magnitude of u. So it would be 15 squared plus 9 squared. That's 225 plus 81 gives me a square root of 306. So -5 squared plus -3 squared. So 25 plus 9 is the square root of 34. Okay, so I need to set this up. So cosine of theta is going to be -102 over the product of the square root of 36 times the square root of 34. So I'm going to need to put that in inverse cosine. So theta will be inverse cosine of all of this in my calculator. When I do that, it comes out to be 180 degrees. In that case, I know that they are parallel. The angles are parallel. All right? So obviously got to have your work to justify your answers. But hopefully this will make a little sense to you. And if you have questions, please let me know.